Alright guys, we are back with some more Monster Energy Supercross 6. Today, before we get into the video, this would be the weekend coming up of 2023 Daytona. But before I show you the track, I do want to show you the track map picture because this would be 2023 Daytona. But you might be saying to yourself, I swear I've seen this track before. Where have I seen this track? You have seen it last year, okay? 2022 Daytona was almost the exact same track. I'm going to show you the differences, but this would just be the official layout by Ricky Carmichael. But here you'll see there are some differences here, here, and here. Okay, so that's the main differences, but the track I'm going to show you is a little bit different because you know how you have the track map, but then when they start making the track, they change a few things and it's a bit different. Well, it's the same for this, but if you look at last year's layout, it was identical to this. But here we switch over to some gameplay of 2023 Daytona. But this is actually 2022 Daytona from Monster Energy Supercross 6, but it's basically the same thing, okay? So the rhythm section before the sand is a little bit different on the map. It showed that it should be two tables, like a double and then a table, a double, table, double or something. And then there's some like, not really whoops, but maybe moguls, I guess, before the sand. That is the same on this map, but I could see them making basically the exact same track. And then they took out the section after the whoops is a bit different, and they have the triple then. And then there was a double before the bridge last year, but this year it appears there won't be one. And then the rest of it is exactly the same. The layout, like how the track goes, is exactly the same. Okay, exactly the same. Just a few jumps were changed, and I'm not really sure why this is such a boring layout. Boring as in, it's fun in the game. And it was okay for last year, but why is it the same? Here, well, I don't know where we are exactly because the way I'm making this video is a bit different. I was going to say here you'll see it, but you can see it was just a triple onto a table, step off, and then that big single roller jump kind of thing into the moguls or what should be that, and then the sand section. So I don't know. I mean, I know Ricky Carmichael's a busy guy for sure, but you would think on a plane flight or having supper or something, he could have came up with a better idea. I mean, I really think I could have came up with a better idea, a different idea, without even looking like I'm trying. You see what I did there, right? You see what I did there? I mean, you got some inside, outsides going on. We don't want to force the issue here about the track. Come on, somebody's got to know what we're doing. What are we doing? Come on, let me know in the comments. What are we doing? A little Easter egg if you watch Supercross fairly often. But yeah, I mean, it's a good track. It's really fun in the game. I mean, we showed you a lap on this track when we did all 17 tracks, but I wasn't taking the insides as much. I mean, the inside berms are super fun to take. I love them. It makes the game more fun, in my opinion. I did see some people on the last video we did, the comparison video between 4, 5, and 6, say that they didn't like the inside ruts or didn't appear they would enjoy them because they like going into a corner and squaring it off or going inside and pushing wide to the outside or whatever. I mean, I get that might take away some of that fun, but in my opinion, it does make it fun. They're really fun to take. They feel good in the game and whatnot. So I tried to take those a bit more. I mean, it feels fast. It feels really, really fast when you take the insides, and it just works really good. And this version of Daytona, came out pretty good in the game. I mean, for the most part, I do remember the race pretty decent, and I think that Milestone did a pretty good job representing it in the game. For the most part, I mean, if you have a better memory than I do, which you probably do, maybe there's a few differences, but yeah, I mean, this is basically 2023 Daytona. Basically, like I said, with a few changes that I tried to point out and and whatever. But we do have a bit of first-person gameplay. I'm not sure if I'm going to show you. I have a few different camera angles I was going to show you. I said that really weird. Camera angles to show you. Not sure what I will show you. I'll for sure show you some first-person. It is replay, but it looks, if you're really good in first-person, this is kind of what it would look like. I'm not very good, so that's kind of the way it is. I do wish the camera was pulled back a bit farther. I mean, basically, most of the time it feels like you just kind of see the very tip of the front fender. So, yeah, good track. I think it will be good racing. I mean, it was decent racing. Was it okay? I think it was decent racing the year before. I believe it was the year that Coop got, I don't know if he got a whole shot, but he was leading for a while. But then, you know, eventually Tomac ended up getting him, and then Tomac went on to win. Is it his 6th Daytona win? 6 or 7, I don't know. All I know is that he's the winningest rider from Daytona. So, you know, Tomac going into this race, you bet on Tomac, right? If you're going to say who's going to win, it's got to be Tomac for sure. For sure. I mean, I think Chase could do very well here too. Coop has got a lot of momentum and is doing well. The sad thing is, I don't know why. It really seems like a lot of people don't like Cooper Webb, and I'm not really sure why. I don't really care who the rider is. I mean, I say it all the time, I really love seeing good racing. I don't really have a favorite rider, really. I mean, I just like seeing good racing, but yeah, when I see social media, like with the wins and stuff with Webb, they're like, Webb just got handed this win. Okay, Arlington was a bit of a gift-wrapped present for him. I mean, I feel like he was doing really well, and I think he was actually gaining on Chase, but that lapper, unfortunately, really held Chase up. And then, obviously, you can say Tomac probably would have went on to win that race if he hadn't had that weird fall down after the bridge. So, yeah, I would say it was a little bit gift-wrapped, sorry, I said that weird, gift-wrapped, but I mean, he's been putting himself in that position. He's really strong at the end of races and whatnot. In Tampa, I wouldn't say that was a gift because he almost went down in the whoops lap before, or 2 laps before, whatever. And then Chase went down after that, right? So, I mean, it was a really tough section, and Coop was pressuring him, right? Webb was pressuring him, and Chase went down into a mistake, and then Webb, I'm pretty sure Webb was catching him, so I don't really feel like that's fair to say that was a gift. Yeah, it was easy on him because he went down, but, I mean, we don't know, I guess, but he was definitely catching him, and he almost went down the lap before, so he avoided it, and I think he may have helped pressure Chase into that mistake, right? So, I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you guys think. It just feels like Webb gets a lot of unnecessary hate, right? And I feel bad. I feel bad for him. Like I said, I don't really have a favorite rider, but it just feels like he gets a bunch of hate for no reason. Not trying to defend him, just trying to justify some of that stuff. But yeah, I won't disagree. For sure, Arlington was probably a bit of a gift, but Tampa, I don't feel like it was as big of a gift. And I just watching Coop go to work at the end of a race is so much fun. It's really, really fun. I mean, Tomac kind of has that reputation too, where the longer the race goes on, the stronger he gets. And it's always fun to watch a rider just be really strong at the end of a race and do well. So, yeah, the Arlington race was awesome, was really good, was super crazy. I mean, there were so many guys in the 250 class, so many guys were going down. It was just chaos. Jeremy Martin ended up winning the third main event, and he was like, I didn't even know I won. He didn't even have any idea. There was no celebration over the finish line. He had no idea he won that third main event, which was really cool. It was awesome to see. I'm actually a big fan of the Martin brothers, and with Jeremy being the only one now, it was really cool to see him get that win. So, yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say. I think Daytona could be good, but, you know, it's going to be pretty much, if not the exact same track as last year. So, didn't have to make a replica this time because it was already in the game. And here you go. So, Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. What do you think about the exact same design? What do you think about all the hate for web sometimes and all that stuff? But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.